my love. Disregard the obvious. Disregard the obvious, my love.
Welcome. This is episode 73 of my podcast, the Mr. Genuine Podcast. If this is your first time ever seeing an episode, welcome. I'm going to make this probably one of the longest episodes I've made in a while. I usually tell you guys to get away from YouTube, get off my channel, get off my video, and go encounter that challenge, that problem, that opportunity that you guys have been putting aside. It could be something small like doing your bed, doing your laundry, or something big like starting that business, helping out your friend's business. But today I want your attention. Today I want your attention because I'm here. I'm talking. I got things to say today, and I'm excited to be here. I got a lot of energy and a lot of life in me right now, so let's get started. My name is Raul. Thank you so much for being here. The topic for tonight is environment. When I went to school for marketing, one of the top lessons, one of the big things that I picked up was the idea of location. Knowing where you're at, knowing where your customers are at, knowing how they come across your product, your service, knowing how to better tailor the message or story and get to their heartstrings and just have them be feeling 100% that the idea that you're presenting to them is something that they can own and claim as their own. And make it, oftentimes when you're trying to sell to people, you could do all the tricks in the book, but if they are not ready to buy right now, then you're kind of just planting a seed and then making it easier for them to maybe see your thing later. I just said that I've recorded 73 episodes for this podcast. 73 episodes. If nobody's seen a single episode by now, that just means I have more work to do. And as always, I'm grateful for work. I'm grateful for the amount of things I have to do. I'm grateful to be here. By the way, I'm sure you guys noticed, for those who have already been watching my content, I am not at home base. I am not at home right now. I'm changing my environment. This is actually a brand new setup. Can you guys hear me, by the way? I think so. Everything seems to be live. I've been having some technical difficulties at my house recently. But yes, things seem to be working out great. Thank you for the roses, guys. Thank you. Right now, I am live on Twitch, TikTok, and YouTube. I didn't do that before. I just didn't really think about it. The ideas don't really come to me automatically all the time, but when they come, they're there. I was even trying to think of a way to incorporate all of my social media accounts to one umbrella instead of doing what I'm doing right now. One of my Instagram and one of my YouTube channels is pretty much for everything. The other one is for my podcast, and the other one is just for random faceless YouTube channels. And yeah, guys, I have so much work to do, but I'm glad to be recording this episode right now with you guys, just to be here. And right now, my environment is I'm in a good place right now. I'm in a good environment. And even if I wasn't, I'd be super grateful. I think that's one of the best things that I have about myself is that my ability to really recognize and respond to my environment in a positive way and be grateful for where I'm at. Be grateful for the small things. It's a bit dramatic. It's a bit dramatic for sure, but sometimes you kind of need that little boost. You got to boost your own brain, increase the dopamine in your head. Self-induced dopamine. Gratitude. That's what I'm trying to say. Be grateful for what you have. I'm grateful for TikTok Live. I'm grateful for YouTube Live. I'm grateful for Twitch Live. I'm grateful for my monitors, my working laptop. I'm grateful for my hands. Alfredo, welcome, brother. I'm grateful for Alfredo in the chat. I'm grateful for the people in my family. I'm grateful to be Mexican. I'm grateful to be a man. Yeah, and just in saying those things, I feel so much better. There's also that little trick too. If you smile, if you force a smile on your face, force it, even if you're not too happy of the way your teeth look or your smile look, just do a smile. Force a smile. Your brain will respond to it. I'm playing with my smile. Smile. You'll actually feel a lot better. You'll be like, wow, I actually do feel more engaged, more positive. It's a fun little thing to try out. But of course, guys, when you're feeling low, you're feeling low. Whenever you're not feeling too hot, it's totally normal. It's totally normal to not feel like you're 100%. Actually, this last week, Monday and Tuesday, were really slow days for me. I'm just grateful that my team was there for me, my family was there for me, my dog was there for me, the sun was there for me. I'm grateful for that stuff. And this last week ended up being a banger. Another fantastic week in my fantastic life. And oh no, don't you worry, Alfredo. Right after the stream, I'm gonna be playing some guitar for a little bit, recording some content. I'll be on live on YouTube and TikTok while I go on my OBS and record some guitar, and just like hit record it, upload, record, upload, record, upload, record, upload, record, upload, record, upload, record, upload, record. There's actually record, sometimes edit, upload, and then record, upload, record, upload, record, up. Thank you, Alfredo. You get the idea. Of course, I don't know if you guys knew this, but I'm a working man. I work Monday through Friday. I normally do my own thing. I can figure out ways to make money. And speaking of money, I want to go ahead and just let you guys know that if you guys are making money for your family, for yourselves, I respect that. Nobody can ever bring you guys down for that. That's awesome. Take care of your own. Take care of your family. Take care of your pets. Appreciate your pets while they're here. And yeah, guys, there's lots of awesome ways to make money. Crypto took a little bit of a bumpy ride, but I think crypto's still pretty viable. Just be mindful. Recently I made a little bit of adjustments to my mindset at work. Sometimes when you're not like in the work mode, you just look around and be grateful for your team and just get the job done. Just when you're at your job, get the job done and then go home. You don't have to overthink it. If you work for a job that requires you to just like take work home, then get that done. And just remember, it's not forever. Thank you for the likes, but thank you, Alfredo. And thank you, Rafael. Nothing is permanent at a job, right? They say an employer can only do so much. And nowadays, you kind of have to figure out ways to make money on your own. Make money. I recommend you guys to try making videos online. Try making content online, seeing if you can get yourselves out there. Like right now, I'm making content. I make like 5 cents, 6 pennies every time I'm on TikTok live, but I'm grateful for that money. It's like money that I'm kind of working for. Still using my time, of course, but it's something that I want to do. I'm using my time. Plus, I also do like my job, by the way. I don't want you guys to think that I don't like my job. I'm really grateful. I've had a few jobs. I've been granted the opportunity to put myself out there and to make a living through all sorts of jobs. Moving jobs. One of my recent jobs, I ended up doing a moving job with my friend who owns a couple businesses. And by the way, having friends that have businesses is an awesome flex. And of course, don't just be telling the whole world, but if you want to make your friends super successful, promote their business, right? That's the best way to do it. And just make sure you keep liking, keep subscribing, keep following their content. Support your friends. There was a video I saw of like one of the rappers or one of the celebrities out there talking about how if you're gonna buy from your friend and support your friend's business, pay full price. Don't ask for discounts. Don't ask for hand-me-downs or like don't ask for free stuff from your friends. Pay the full price. Of course, if your friend wants to give you free stuff, take it. Gladly take the gifts. Give me the cookies, give me the sweets, but always support your friends financially. And yeah, support your local vendors. How long have we been a civilization, guys? A couple million years, maybe less than that, thousands of years. Since the beginning of time, since the dawn of time, and alarm clocks were being sold. Actually, for some reason I'm thinking about roosters. Are roosters the original clock? The original alarm clock? I don't know. It's a crazy thought, crazy idea. Thought experiment. What was the first alarm clock? Probably the birds, the roosters. Anyways, from the beginning of time, there has been trade and commerce and exchange of value. Right now, money is a medium of exchange. It's something that you can use to quantify a certain level of value of something or a service and make a lot of money, guys. Make sure you guys focus on making money. There's nothing wrong with wanting money. There's nothing wrong with claiming that you like money, that you love money. It's not a bad thing. They say that if you have a lot of money, and if you're a stingy person now, when you have a lot of money later, you're still going to be a stingy person. If you have a little bit of money and you keep blowing your money, when you have a lot of money, you're going to keep blowing your money. You're not going to be able to manage that money. I've mentioned this before about how lottery ticket winners, they end up going back to where they were at like 4 years after they win the lotto, just because they didn't build the mindset, they didn't build the habits that it takes to run and manage lots and lots of money. And right now, I want to make sure that I'm building that muscle in the mind that says, no, hold off. I know you want that $4 In-N-Out burger, but just hold off today. Say no today. It's really not that big of a deal. You'll survive. You've had them before. You'll have a California In-N-Out burger later. More later. It's a small little win. If you could say no to that, if you could say no to things you really want to say yes to, that's a win. And I think that's what makes somebody that is, two people that can start at the same place. That's what separates the two. The person that can appreciate and claim those small wins compared to the person that says, that's not enough of a win. I'm not going to consider that. So it's not perfect enough. I'm not making, oh man, I didn't quite record that take perfectly enough. So I'm not going to upload it. And obviously I think it's pretty, it's telling which person's going to be more successful. The person that is consistent or the person that is negatively consistent. I'll tell you guys a story about yesterday. By the way, today is Saturday, February 7th. Holy moly. I have a military time on my watch, one of my favorite watches on earth. And yeah, I'm not used to military time, but it's good. It's good to know it. In case you need to know military time. But it's 9:05 p.m. here where I'm at, here in California. Beautiful California. It's like minus 15, minus 10 degrees, minus 50 degrees in some places on Earth. So I'm not going to complain. I'm actually sweating right now being indoors. And it feels nice. I was mentioning having friends that own businesses. Have a lot of friends that have, a vision for the future. Have friends that like to support friends and support in local events. I normally never go to markets. I never really go outside of my room unless I am sucked in by some sort of black hole vortex energy entity out there. And luckily I have a few of those in my life and I'm grateful for them. And I went to this market and I ended up seeing a friend of mine from LA, and he actually quickly just recognized me, and then he gave me lots of compliments. I gave him lots of compliments. I bought some food off of him, and it was like a win-win, a mutual exchange, and we ended up hanging out that same night. And I have to upload some content about that, so stay on the lookout for that. Also, I've got a lot of work to do tonight, so I'll be up for a little bit longer. I'm going to play some guitar, but not for long. I do want to get some adequate sleep tonight. But yes, anyways, my friend was giving me these compliments, and it's good to have friends that you can trust. Sometimes it's not easy to find good friends, so you kind of have to learn that as you go. There is no book on how to spot out certain friends right away, because it's kind of hard. Sometimes people put on this front, this external shell, and it's kind of hard to tell. Even me too, by the way, guys. I wouldn't be the Mr. Genuine podcast owner if I didn't take off my mask at least once in a while and tell you guys that, hey, sometimes I withhold information. Sometimes I'm not going to tell you the full story. Sometimes I'm not going to be my full genuine self. But I do my best to present a positive image, a positive clone of myself for the internet, for the digital world, for the internet. It's 2025. It's crazy. People born in 2000, they're 25 years old right now. I mean, assuming they were born before February. And it's crazy. 25 years. I'm 30. I was born in 95. But around when I was being born, computers were popping off. Tons of awesome history just in that 90s. And then if you go back even 10 years before that, 80s, 70s, 60s, 50s, if you go back to the 1900s, 1800s, 1700s, you can discover so much rich history. And that, I mean, it's fun to do, but do it on your own time just because it's a lot of history. Kind of hard to learn about 100 years in an hour, but it's fun when you can actually find something interesting. And yes. So this idea of having friends is actually making me think of something I want to share with you guys right now. sometimes you can rely on books. Sometimes a book can be your friend. Sometimes you can learn something from the authors of amazing books. I have a book here holding up my iPad, a music book. I'm a musician at heart. I've been a musician since I was 13 years old. And I only recently started taking music seriously, and I'm super proud of myself for what I've done and what I've accomplished and where I'm going. And I've written a few ebooks, actually, and I wanted to let you guys know about that. I have a website. If you go to grokgroove.com, that is my website. You can find a bunch of my links there. My AI buddy, Riff, and two of my ebooks that I have on there. I wrote them using AI. Went to ChatGPT, hooked me up with an awesome concept. Or I plugged it in, I put in the prompts, and boom, it spat out an ebook. I proofread it. Always proofread whatever AI gives you. Always double check that the information is accurate and correct. And yeah, it's there. It's out there for you if you guys want to watch it. It's free right now. Also, I'm going to do my best to keep the Mr. Genuine. I'm sorry, not the Mr. Genuine. I'm going to try my best to keep the Grok Groove AI agent alive. And it's all fun. So really cool being able to experience this journey of using AI. And it's definitely going to be here for a long time. People are investing in databases. People are investing in all sorts of tech companies right now. So the current AI trend is going up. And surely enough, somebody's going to write a book explaining about what happened in the early 2020s. Imagine that, people. A day where people talk about the roaring 20s, the roaring 2020s, and then in the late 2030s, and then the 2050s. Oh my God. How old will I be at 2050? If I get to make it to 2050, which I do hope, if I do take care of myself, if I do say so myself, how old will I be? I'll be 55, I'm pretty sure. I'll be 55 years old, and when it hits 2050, which is wild. But I'm here now. I'm here now doing the best I can just to make sure that my 55-year-old self in 2050 looks back at this video and thinks, wow, that's a go-getter right there. That guy right there has a good head over his shoulders. And he seems like he's having fun, which I am. It makes me happy being able to create content. It also makes me happy getting quick dopamine fixes, but I realize sometimes where I get those dopamine hits, they're not very good for me. So I gotta really stay focused and stay busy. Just jump on those positive ideas quickly. Be fast on the mark and all right, time to record an episode. Boom, don't overthink it. Time to record a song. Boom. Okay, time to learn a song. Boom, record it. Play it. And take action fast. And then of course, the only person I have to be better than is the person I was yesterday. And I have so many resources for you guys. Please let me know if you guys want, where you guys are at. I'm making content right now for the individual person watching this, my friends, my family, like I said, my future self. But there are also a bunch of strangers out there as well who are just watching my content because it's different, it's fun, I hope it's fun. I'm just yapping, of course. And not a whole lot of things moving. I'm not really changing scenes. It's just the one scene, so it's not the most, what is it? You're not on the edge of your seat on every episode. But as I speak, so I create. Abracadabra. As I speak, I create. I believe that's the term. I think that's the way the Aramaic translation. As I speak, so I create. I create as I speak. I create as I speak. When I speak, I create. Your voices are powerful. And I love this analogy. Every word you say is like an arrow. You release the arrow from that bow, you'll never get that arrow back. You'll never be able to get those words back. So as a 30-year-old man, I know this very well. That's why I'm saying I don't really share everything with you guys, but I want to be on here and be honest that I'm doing my best to share a positive message. I existed. We exist. You exist. You exist. You exist. We exist. And I think that's the whole point of us being alive right now, to be able to describe what's going on in this crazy time, crazy part of the world. And coming back to the first thing I was talking about in the episode, environments. Curate your environment. Make your environments work for you guys, because so I'll make it a positive one. Using the guitar, for example. I literally have a guitar at arm's length right now. I'm a musician, and if I didn't have my guitar here right next to me, I'd have to get up, go to the place where I have my guitar, plug my guitar in, tune it up. But because my guitar is literally within arm's length, within proximity, I can just start playing. And it's so much easier to start playing my guitar because of the fact that it's in my environment. That's one example of millions of examples. And I'm so blessed. Everywhere I go, no matter where I end up in now or in the future, I always have musical instruments around me, which is kind of crazy. God is really looking out for me. And of course, I'm grateful that I can even play music, which is one of my favorite things to talk about. And there's so much for me to practice, by the way. I am a guitar teacher, but there's still so many things I need to learn, and so many things I need to try out and experiment and practice. But overall, when it comes to playing music, when it comes to creating music, don't overthink it. Just play it, have some fun. You'll learn the music theory later. I promise you guys, it's not that hard. If you want to get into the nitty-gritty microtones within the tones and understand how the circle works and how the rhythms and tritones and all the colors work, then get into it yourselves. Do your own research, study, invest in your own education when it comes to that stuff. Music, money, business. Like I said earlier about having a job and making money for yourselves and your family. No shame in that. No, never feel any shame in that. It's powerful. And as I said, I have friends who do all sorts of things. I have friends who have multiple businesses. I have friends who don't do anything at all. I have friends who love music. I have friends who love music and hate music. I have friends who have a beautiful family. I have friends who have no family. I have all sorts of friends, and I don't ever want them to think that I'm not thinking about them. Because when I can, I definitely plan on blessing everybody that I can. Also, what's a big goal for you guys, by the way? Because for me, in the future, I would love to support like a scholarship program for kids, a scholarship program for adults who wants to go and learn about maybe music or go to school, go to college. And that's a wonderful dream of mine that I will accomplish. I don't just say things just to say things, by the way. I actually want to say something and make it happen. Earlier, I think in the last episode, I mentioned me doing a backflip. I'm going to do that this month. And I can low-key try it right now, but I'm comfortable. And I want to train. Actually, it's legitimately a risky thing doing a backflip, but it's not that hard because other people have done a backflip. Other people have climbed Mount Everest. Other people have created a podcast. Other people have made content online. Other people have made money online. So why not you? Why not me? Why not us as well? I truly believe that if one person, one man, one woman can do something, you can do it too. Like I mentioned, I'm a guitar teacher, and for the most part, when it comes to my students learning something new, I tell them, well, if somebody recorded that song, if somebody made that music, you could do it as well. You just have to figure out what they were thinking. You have to just figure out the key. You have to figure out the chord progression. You have to figure out the tempo. You got to figure out the timing. You got to figure out where your hands got to go. You got to figure out all sorts of things. And it's easier to figure that stuff out when you're in the right environment, when you're with the right people, when you're learning from the masters. Recently, actually on Friday, I listened to a lot of blues music while at work. And my goodness, how powerful that stuff is. I had a whole year of just listening to the blues. Oh man, it's so cool. Another night to cry. Oh no, another night to cry. Another beautiful night to cry. No crying tonight. No, I actually don't ever want to cry on the internet. But hey, if it happens, guys, my bad. I don't ever want to ugly cry. Or cry in general at all. If I do shed a tear, it's because of maybe the sun getting too close to my face, it's exploding. No, I don't know. Just being silly. But yes, guys. I don't let things get too close to me. I let my environment be pretty much like within arm's length, and And I don't know if you guys knew this. I don't even know if I really truly know it either, but I read somewhere. How about this? I read somewhere that your heartbeat creates an electromagnetic field around you, and it creates this sort of like almost, that's what like aura is all about. If you're able to create enough energy within you and to create enough life force, people can feel that. People can feel that in the next room. People can feel it through the screen. Thank you for the likes. Thanks, Shark. And people can truly sense that. You have that energy about you. But it all comes from the heartbeat, the brain, the nervous system. And I always tell my guitar students, well, the only reason you could play the guitar, well, is for two main reasons. You have a capable body. You can either play with your hands or your feet or whatever you have to be able to play music. And then two is your brain. Without the ability to be able to control the first machine that you operate in the day, your brain is gonna have to do so many things and think about all the small little intricate movements quickly. Do them quickly like this. Can you guys do this real quickly? I figured out I do this a lot when I'm playing chords. I stack up my fingers, and then there's like if you guys can do this thing, it's like I mentioned it like a couple episodes ago that I had a friend who had a tumor in her like late mid-20s, incapable of walking, incapable of taking care of herself. An amazing story. Now I see her full of life, dancing, basically lighting up every room she's in. And I would never have thought that she'd gone through that experience just by first glance and looking at her. I'm like, oh, this woman's probably had a heavy life, but I did not expect it to be that intense or that heavy. So pretty bonkers. I'm not going to lie. Let me make sure I got I want to make sure my phone is charging. Thank you for the likes. Thank you so much. Thank you for sharing. Thank you, Shark. Thank you for hanging out, guys. By the way, right now, if you just tuned in, I'm recording my podcast episode. Of course, thank you, Twitch. Thank you, everybody. Let me go ahead and see. So I'm not even looking at the chat. Cool. Yeah, right now, my chat on Twitch is not that busy. Right now, my YouTube chat is not busy. Right now, my TikTok chat is not super busy. But it doesn't have to. I don't have to talk to the whole world. I don't have to talk to everybody. I don't even like everybody. That's the truth. And not everybody likes me. That's what I love about it. You shouldn't take it too personally, right? Like your environment. Now. If you're next to a boiling volcano that's spitting out lava, it's your fault for being too close to that fucking lava. I truly move, go somewhere else. And of course, but I mean, if you spawn in on like the cold environment, you can't do anything about that. Find your people, learn, evolve, adapt, and become strong. I think everybody has the ability to become strong, and everybody has the ability to create something awesome. And as long as you have lungs that keep pumping air through and oxygen through your whole nervous system, through your blood cells, and if you have a brain that is capable of overcoming obstacles, overcoming doubts and fears, you're going to do fantastic. Soon enough, you'll be talking in front of thousands of people, millions of people, waiting to see your message. And I think that, everybody has to start somewhere. Like I said, this is episode 73 of my podcast. I've recorded 73 episodes. If you watch the first 10, they're probably not that great. I'm going to keep going. I'm not going to spend my time watching those episodes. I've already done the work. I've already uploaded them. That's as far as I need to do. And I'm also proud of it. I'm also proud of the fact that I've recorded 73 episodes after this live stream, after this episode. And of course, it only happened because of the fact that my environment, it makes it easy for me to just set up my phone, set up my iPad, set up my laptop, hit record, hit stream. Yes, we got Fez in the building. And it's all easy. We got awesome people on the TikTok live, awesome people on the internet right now. And there's tons of people making content right now. So if you guys are, if anybody's out there like hesitating on making content, do it now. Just do it today. Welcome, Fez, for reals, bro. I do have like one regret. Like I didn't really go back and take a lot of I wasn't brave enough to present my ideas as a young man. But now I'm like, oh, you know what? If my idea flops, it flops. At least I tried. And I'm having fun making my ideas become real. Yes. But yeah, I wish I had spoken up and been like, oh, guys, let's record this video. Hey, guys, let's go ahead and record this content. What up, Fez? Welcome, brother. Let's go ahead and see if we can record some fun content, throwing a Frisbee around or something. Or if you guys want to record some more music, let's go ahead and do this and that. I wish I had done that sooner. But like I said, I'm not tripping about it. I'm not tripping about it at all. I'm here right now. I got to meet Fez. I got to meet everybody here. Welcome, bro. Seriously, man. I got to meet all of you guys and just keep making content. This is awesome. I'm chilling right now. I'm chilling. Here's the last thing I'm going to mention, because this episode's already hit 30 minutes and I want to play some guitar. I don't want to be yapping for too long because I pretty much already hit what I wanted to talk about. Environments. Make sure you make your environments a successful, positive place for you to thrive and to grow and to be able to share with the world. Right now, my garage at home is becoming a solid gym. I'm really excited to start working out at home, and I'm really proud of the fact that we're making our house more beautiful. And yeah, right now I have my brother's MIDI, I have my guitar, I have my electric guitar, I have everything around me ready to record some content. I could use a little more light, but this looks fine. This is fine. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be one take Jake every time, but it's always better. Fun fact about some of the blues records recorded back in the 1950s, 1960s, 1970s. Some artists at those times, they really focused on getting the first take and keeping that first take. When they record a song, when they hit record on that tape, whatever they play is coming from the heart, it's coming from the soul, coming from the mind, and they're going to play it as best as they can. And that's usually what goes out to the public audience. And that usually is what goes out on the record labels. Something really cool to think about, because these people knew that their time was so valuable because of all the intense pressure that's coming from the outside world, seeping into their music, into everybody's homes, basically, right? Through radio, TV, and then later iPads, phones, laptops. Maybe in the future, it might be even more intense. Maybe we'll be able to see sound through digital screens. Maybe we'll be able to, with AI, have robots play our own music for us. Have robots play a live show for us. I think they're already doing that, basically. And again, that's all due to the fact that people know how to curate and make their environment a successful environment. So this is me making a community, a platform on YouTube, on TikTok, on Twitch, and YouTube, of course. Shout out YouTube. I cannot wait to keep making more episodes. One of my goals is to hit 100 episodes, hit the backflip, upload more content, drink more water, finish my coffee. These are all my goals. As long as you guys have goals that you're happy with, and you'll be able to look back on and think to yourself, wow, I was super disciplined. Wow, I'm really proud of myself. Wow, I can't believe I was able to feed off that energy from this person talking for 35 minutes, an hour long. And the one thing I'll mention about that is make sure you have clear expectations, realistic expectations too, but more so very clear. You could have, almost like delusional expectations and just like stay there and just like, imagine what it could be, get you super inspired. But then of course bring it back to reality and realize, okay, I can't do this realistically. I can't fly. I can't actually fly and defy gravity. Gravity is one of those universal laws that I can't. Nobody can kind of just not respect gravity. Everybody respects gravity. If I drop my cup of coffee, it's going down. And yeah, guys, be super realistic too, as much as possible, but have fun. Use your imagination, use your creativity. Be bold, be brave, think bigly. Think abundance too. That's the main thing. And that's actually, I've said so many things in this episode, in this podcast, on this live stream, that I was thinking in my head earlier, man, that would be a good video idea. Oh, that would be a good video idea. Talking about that would be a great video idea. Oh, I would love to talk about that in a video. I would love to share that in a video. Oh, I would love to have that idea out of my head. And by talking in these 35 minutes, I was able to hit like 4 of the 10 topics, 5 million topics that I wanted to talk about. And I can honestly keep branching off on these ideas and keep yapping about all this and that. But I pretty much just hit it the way I wanted to. And like I said, this is my podcast. This is my show. This is I'm running this. And I am so grateful that I have an awesome team that supports me. And my environment is a healthy environment. I'm not with a bunch of fentanyl addicts, or I'm not with a bunch of junkies that just don't really have goals like that. Thankfully, And even if I was, I would probably be a junkie. Believe it or not, if I had friends that were 100% committed to doing heavy drugs, I would probably partake, because I know the kind of personality type that I have. And I'd like to believe that I have a strong control of my environment. But I know that environment really does dictate how I develop, how a child develops, how an adult develops, and I try my best to stay away from losers. So I don't have any friends that are obviously doing any heavy drugs. Man, I'll share this thought that I'm having about Nirvana. Nirvana. Kurt Cobain. Let me read this. Fez typed in the chat. Life's short, and might as well do something while you're alive. That's right, man. Sometimes when I'm stuck and I'm frozen, I'm like, all right, what to do? What am I doing? Do something, Raul. Do something. Just do something. Breathe. That's one thing. And then get to work, and then get the job done. Get it done now. Get it done fast. I was talking about Nirvana, and Kurt Cobain, he ended up doing like heroin. A bunch of my favorite rock stars tried heroin, dog. That's not good. And as a young teenager, I'm like, oh man, I wish I was as cool as these guys. I wish I could do these things. But I'm like, dude, like as an adult, I'm like, wait a minute, don't be doing those things. Don't be doing things that are going to kill your dreams. Don't be doing things that are going to waste your time. Don't be spending your money without really thinking about the future, of course. And when you're buying heavy things like that, it's going to ruin your chances of success. You're going to kill your dreams. So be around winners. Be around people like you who are watching content like this, watching people like me I make mistakes all the time. I'm still failing to this day. I've uploaded 73 episodes of my podcast episode, and I haven't been able to create something that's gone viral. But that's okay. As I'm presenting myself, as I'm creating content, I know for a fact that I'm going to get better and better than who I was in the last episode, in the last video, in the last day. So that's why I'm here, guys. I'm here to just keep spreading a positive message, and of course, to show face. Show face. If you don't present yourself, if you don't put yourself out there, if you don't tell the world that you're here, no one's gonna care. Like literally, like right now, I said this earlier, and I'm going to try my best to end the fucking episode after saying this. I can keep going. I can keep going, guys. But I want to play some guitar. I want to record some more content. But be mindful, guys, when you're out there making content, sometimes you have to put the brakes and think to yourself, whoa. The world can wait. The world can truly wait. The world could care less if I die tonight. Honestly, there are some people that don't even know I exist, and they will still continue their lives. My family, in a week's notice, in a week after my death, I would want them to be happy and living a life full and exciting and not be sad and miserable, right? Because life goes on. Life is one of those things that just everybody has to go through it through their own ways, and some people have it pretty rough, and some people are going through really tough times right now. So just thanks for hanging out with me, guys. Thanks for being able to share this time, this exact moment, this very moment. Like I said, I'm here. I love where I'm at right now. I'm not at home base. I'm not at home right now. So this is totally a different environment. I'd say even just as good, if not slightly better. Sometimes it depends on the music being played in the background, because sometimes my dad and my mom put on some crazy tunes, and I'm just there, enduring the madness, enjoying the chaos, and loving my life. Thank you all so very much for watching. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for being winners. Thank you for being successful human beings. Thank you for being genuine. My name is Raul. This is episode 73 of my podcast. That's all I have for today. Thank you all so much for watching. As always, I will see you in the next stream. I will see you in the next video. I will see you soon. Gone.